Hi everyone, LazyFire here, and welcome to Batman Arkham City, the Challenge Rooms. We're actually going to do a couple here today. It's going to be combat and Predator stuff. But you can see here we've got 4 options on who to select for these Challenge Rooms, and each of them has multiple costumes. Robin, Animated Robin, Red Robin. And then of course Nightwing has normal Nightwing and terrifying animated series Nightwing. There's also animated series Batman, which is terrifying. It just looks really weird with the graphics engine in this game. But we're actually going to be using the Batman Beyond Batman for now. It's a little different. He doesn't have a cape. He doesn't have really any armor apparent. It's just a straight bodysuit. So yes, there's custom challenges, there's campaign challenges, and there's normal challenges. Normal challenges are split into combat maps and Predator maps. The Predator maps are your sneak around missions, and your combat missions are just, beat up a bunch of guys. Because I haven't unlocked a ton of Riddler trophies or events or anything like that, I don't have a ton of these open to me. Don't worry about that. I'll be picking up at least a few more and showing those off with different characters as we progress through this. This is just kind of an introduction to it. So you can see here, we are going to go through 4 rounds or 5 rounds of this, depending on which map it is. And each round is going to be progressively more guys in this room. This one doesn't get super huge because the room is kind of fairly small. Other ones will get bigger. These guys will start getting weapons, they'll start picking up environmental objects and such as the mode goes on.
One word of advice.
So the good plan here is to just simply beat the hell out of everyone as quickly as possible. You're not timed or anything, but if you can keep your combo going, that's always the best option available to you. Right now I'm playing it kind of safe. You're seeing that I'm not really throwing out a lot of the gadgets or anything like I normally try to do in these fights. I want to just point out that when I do a lot of these fights, and you see me just start throwing out gadgets, that's because I want to make sure that I show you that this game is not just hit X and Y and occasionally B and you'll win the game. There's a lot of depth of combat. Sometimes that might screw me up. Oh, right there, I didn't hit Y enough times. So the third guy there got me. And I believe in the second video, something similar to that happens, where I hit Y once instead of twice and ended up getting screwed. But we just saw something interesting there very momentarily, which was when I hit B, when I don't have a cape with Batman Begins Batman, or Batman Beyond Batman, sorry. He actually just makes one happen. I thought that was a nice touch to at least keep it normal. And yes, you can do arm breakers, you can use gadgets, all that stuff in the combat rooms. I'm not sure at what point it decides like that's the maximum point. Such as, if I just started the game, would I be able to use the electric gun? I have no idea. And you'll see me actually use it here. Unfortunately, I then tried to punch a guy on the ground, so that didn't work out. So that's not a bad total score, but it's well below the second and
I don't
third
have time
things.
for this.
We're going to go into a 4th round, is what happens here. And you can see I get variation bonuses and gadget variation bonuses.
City's gonna be your grave.
So it's a good idea to switch it up, especially for these challenge rooms if you want to get the top score. And what you saw there was me anticipating this guy throwing the chair at me. Now, I should note that by the time I recorded this, I had not actually had a chance to catch a thrown object. In the videos after this, like about 5 minutes after this, I actually started catching like every thrown object you can imagine. It became a thing. So that was kind of cool to have that happen. You can see now that I'm in the red zone. And I was moving very fast. It actually can get kind of tough to control at some points with that. You're also going to notice that Batman has a couple different moves, or ones we haven't seen at least yet, in this Batman Beyond suit. I think that's kind of neat. Nightwing and Robin have completely different animations and moves as well. So it's not like he's the only one who gets them. And Dick Punch. And that'll complete the Batman Beyond, Batman Beyond challenge room. You can see, did kinda okay. Didn't get quite as high as we could. So let's take a look at this with other characters. To do that, it's a little cumbersome, and I wanted to show it off. You actually have to come back this far and then select your characters. This is the Red Robin version of Robin. We're just going to go right back into the same room. Robin's interesting. You saw him carrying the combat stick earlier, and he brings it into these rooms. And it's kind of neat. It makes a nice sound effect. I'll shut up and let you hear it a couple times. There's something really visceral about Robin just slamming that thing into people, like, repeatedly throughout these fights. But you can see he moves a little faster. He's got a little bit more one-space reach, let's say. So Batman, because he's almost completely hand-to-hand, no weapon or anything like that, fights, he has to move a lot to get to his targets. Robin can actually stand in one space sometimes and get these guys. And so it means you don't get backed up into the wall maybe as much as you would Batman. Now the cool thing about Robin is that when he hits people with that stick, he knocks them straight into the air sometimes. It's a neat little effect. But if you notice, so far I haven't missed a single punch, and I haven't been touched. This comes in. I actually go through this entire thing without taking a hit. And of course Robin is much more athletic than Batman, if you want to believe that. And he just moves so fast, just hits these guys with a lot of force. And here's what happens when you break an arm. He's got a couple different arm breaker animations as well. You can see he also has different dual counters or triple counters. You'll see that happen with Nightwing as well. And I just like the animations around him tossing the staff up in the air to himself and stuff like that. That's really great. And yeah, that's the one time I'm probably going to miss anything, I think, in this entire Robin run. But you can see I have already basically earned what I earned all of Batman's time last time. I'm pretty close, actually. And that's how you slide through half the people in the room. And already I've got a 6-7 combo going. It should have been 8 because I reversed 2 guys. Then I fucked up, so now I'm back at the start. But yes, Robin is surprisingly a lot of fun to play with. Nightwing, I had actually a couple issues, and I'll explain that in the room I use him in. Because I decided that maybe the same room a couple times in a row was going to get a little boring. And by the way, this is what I was talking about earlier in the game with the camera, where it does move to try to help you out as much as it can, but it's not always able to. And you can't slide into these guys, I forgot. Then there I tried to use a quick challenge. You see, Robin does have the freeze gel, and he does have the bat hook and all that stuff. But because I didn't get hit the entire time, I get some round bonuses, and that brings me right over the top. Not bad, especially because I didn't try to extend my combo with gadgets or anything like that. So, sally forth. And once again, just going to go back and show that I am selecting Nightwing and all this other stuff. So we're going to get away from the creepy thing and go to Emo Nightwing. And we're actually going to go to the Penguins Museum for this fight. Now this one is a little bigger. It's got the electrified walls. People are going to have more weapons. So I will end up getting backed up quite a bit in this because there are knives. But it's a good example. And of course Nightwing has these stun batons, and they're not always stun mode. You'll see them come.
Your mother won't recognize you when we're...
And Nightwing is fast, and he does a lot of multiple strike hits. So when you hit Y or something like that, you'll notice he hits a lot more times than Batman or Robin does. It's kind of neat. He also has the pop-up ability of Robin, so people will go up in the air when he hits them for the final time sometimes. Now, notice that Robin and Nightwing actually don't say anything. Right there I actually showed off the ground attack move he has. I tried to use that a couple different times. It's pretty neat. And bam, hit somebody with a fire extinguisher. I got really effective at that while doing this, and I think that's why I did so well with it in the actual videos. You can see here, though, he's actually got the electricity going on this now that he's got a combo going. He's just setting people up in the air and all this other stuff. There's no air combos in this game, so don't worry about that. And already I've got my first challenge done. I'm waiting for that guy to throw that thing at me.
The city's gonna be your grave!
Waiting for it, waiting for it. There it is. I wanted to knock him out with that, but it just wouldn't allow it. Oh, he did actually get knocked out. Forget it. I thought it was going to do a slow-mo. Sorry. And I did get a gadget bonus and all this stuff. But you can see this is kind of getting a little hectic in here. A lot of guys, a lot of issues. But as long as you keep moving and adjust for your targets, you should be fine. And that is actually a double combo that he just pulled off there by throwing that one guy into the other and sending him across the room. And right there, I keep trying to do the ground attack move, but it wasn't happening. And yes, you can toss guys into that electric fence, or you can knock people over like that. It's Nightwing's a lot of fun to fight as. He's once again, like Robin, a little bit more athletic than Batman is. He hits a lot faster. It feels like he's got to hit multiple times with each strike. It's pretty neat. I still like fighting as Batman or Robin a little bit better. And of course, I'm not going to be using Catwoman in this because we will be getting some Catwoman pretty soon in the video series. But you can see that Nightwing has a lot of the same gadgets and everything as Batman and Robin. I think that makes a degree of sense considering that he doesn't actually appear in the game proper, doesn't have his own set of gadgets. Might as well just give him Batman stuff, right? I believe we have one more round to go, and you'll see just how hectic this is going to get. I think that's more people than we've seen on screen at once in this game. And right there, I avoided getting hit by that because I was down doing that stun strike. That was a pretty cool move where he just did a clothesline to those guys. You can see as these combos get higher up, I'm just knocking people around, one-shotting them, hitting people in the back. It's pretty great. Yeah, I just hit a guy in the throat with the stun baton. And that's that move where I hit the ground. That's not Nightwing's version of the Bat Swarm, which does pretty much the same thing. That is actually just simply a gadget move for him. See, I didn't change my combo. Oh, and look, I'm at a 51, 56. This will be a 57 combo until I get stabbed. Yep. Still having trouble with that guy.
The last thing you see.
I really wanted that guy to toss that at me. One other thing about Nightwing is it seems that whereas Batman takes a couple of animation frames sometimes to switch. So if you hit somebody with the bat claw and start bringing them towards you, you'll sometimes end up getting kicked or something on the side. Nightwing seems to be able to switch instantly. He doesn't seem to have to put the muscle into it that Batman does. And that guy went flying to get knocked out. But that's it for these challenge rooms, the fight challenge rooms. You can see I did pretty well there. We're actually going to switch over to Predator stuff using Batman. And I actually did a couple of these rooms. We're going to start off in the Foundry here. And you'll see that there's challenges associated with each one of these rooms. And instead of points, it's going to be actions. So one of them is to throw a smoke pellet and take a guy out when he's down there. Another one is to set somebody off with the electric gun. I can't remember what Mind Your Head is off the top of my head. It'll tell you at the end of the mission. You can also hit select to find out what they are. But there's 5 guys in here.
Arkham City. Anyone else who wants a piece should come and see me.
Somebody seems to say that in every one of these rooms. So here's how not to do this. This is my quick run. And yeah, this is not really effective.
This room will destroy you, Batman. I, Edward Nigma, have constructed a cerebral puzzle of such ingenuity that I fear you will die here. Still, don't cry. No one will miss you.
So yes, I just took 2 guys down in this small area. These guys are all coming running because one of them had one of those beepers on him. And now I'm kind of screwed if they find me.
Here's the plan.
Because remember, they will look in these grates if you're there. And right there, oops. Oops. This is actually my fastest time through here, by the way. All the other ones I took my time trying to get really good runs. Didn't turn out great. But this works out the best for me in terms of time. And the reason I say that works out for the best in terms of time is because this damn thing actually relies on you working through this fast. You're supposed to do these as quickly as possible. That's the idea. So, just do that. And down. So yes, less than a minute 40. Didn't get any of these. And yes, I haven't really shown it off, but you can knock people in the head and the arms and stuff and make them drop weapons or get knocked over. It's kind of an interesting thing with the batarangs, but I don't really have reason to show it off. Alright, we're going to get the same message from the Riddler and start this. You can see these guys are still spread out in the same pattern, so you could practice all you want if you wanted to. Now, the smart move is to just drop down like this, do a silent takedown on these stairs, get back up top, and then start planning out what you're going to do for the rest of the time there. That guy down there is going to come up those stairs every time.
Anyone else who wants a piece should come and see me.
Please don't think that was some sort of victory over me. It wasn't.
Now the smart move really would have been to get behind the guy who runs up those stairs and finds that body. I don't do that. I actually just bide my time and let these guys move around as they need to. I really could have gone and got that guy through the window if I wanted to. The entire room except for him is over there. But I wait for him to get out because I think I can get him with an inverted takedown. Yep, perfect.
Show yourself, chicken! Who's screaming?
Now with him down, the other guys start running over there. I tried to quick shot that. It freaks him out. It freaks him out a little bit, but it doesn't really do anything.
What? Over here, I got
And that was a calculated risk, if you want the truth. I knew that I could take that guy off the railing there, so I did. But as you can see, this guy didn't actually see me when I went right past him.
Came from.
Yes, I took the guy next to him off of a railing and then got away from everybody without a scratch, without them seeing me or anything like that. Just a good move.
You too?
So one guy left, or no, two guys left at this point, I believe. I can only see, oh no, sorry, it is just one guy left. So this is embarrassing. I was waiting for him to pop out here so I could get him. I should have just dropped down and got him from behind, because these guys generally won't look around. But I can't get him from up here, it won't let me glide kick him or anything. So I say screw it, I'll just rush him. Then I got a drop kick, or drop attack move. Then I couldn't do it. So he's still looking for me where that came from. Doesn't realize I'm right behind him. I could have actually just nailed him with a sonic batarang and been done with it, but I decided to drop him. And you can see it's almost a little more than a full minute longer than my shortest run. So not exactly great. And we're actually going to switch over to Freeze's lab, where we took out those penguin guys in the campaign. And
Don't make me hurt you.
yeah, we actually are keeping the same Year 1 Batman costume.
No one's stupid enough to take us on.
Yeah, except for me. So this is kind of a bad run. There's a couple reasons why that is, but part of it is just me being an idiot. I keep trying to show this off with that generator,
This room will destroy you, Batman.
and I always do it just at the wrong time.
Have constructed a cerebral puzzle of such ingenuity that I fear you will die here. Still, don't cry. No one will miss you.
I swear he says the same thing or near the same thing every time.
When I'm done with Batman, I'm coming for you.
So, yes, the difference in these rooms is the layout and the number of guys.
More than this. Not much more, granted, but still. More intellectual prowess than you are currently showing.
If you don't take them out, somebody out in a certain amount of time, they could get all freaked out. Riddler gets all angry, so just gotta do that. Right now, I realize, hey, this guy over here is actually in a good spot for this. I'm just trying to make sure I don't get seen. Now you can see none of one's really attracted to the sonic batarang because they're more worried about the guy up there. take out one dude with it. That's not bad.
Show yourself, chicken!
Now we're down to 3, and you'll see something pretty interesting. These two guys there are actually going to walk back to back like
Do not
this.
let him scare you.
Makes it a little harder
He
to get
uses
them
a simple
both.
collection
So
of theatrical tricks and
this guy
pantomime
over
effects
here on the
to strike
left
terror
is going to
into
be
your
our main
tiny
target for
lizard brain.
This is not good.
I'm not gonna be the one that lets Batman get away.
Now this is a tricky area that I'm in here, because you see these containers and shelves over here. I've actually ended up trying to dive or drop kick guys off of those things and end up gliding straight into them. All right, so now I'm right above these two guys. I can't hang down and get them because of the glass area right beneath me. But this means that these two guys are actually not going to work together now for a little while, at least. So I've actually
come
remained
on, Batman.
pretty much
Leaving these two
silent
to
and
walk around
invisible
is
this
actually
entire
cruel.
time.
If you don't put them out of their misery,
perfect.
I will.
Yep, right back up.
Oh God, we got another.
I don't know why I did that. You see, in Arkham Asylum, it actually makes all the sense in the world to just keep moving between those gargoyles. It's basically free movement, and if people sight you, they will get, they won't see you after you move a couple gargoyles. But that was actually a pretty good run as far as I'm concerned. You know, time wasn't great, didn't hit any of the medals, but I got right through it. Not bad. So, yes, I believe I actually run that twice. You didn't see most of those runs. That was just the good one. But that's pretty much it for challenge rooms. We'll hit the Penguin one some other time. But thanks for watching, everyone. There's DLC maps to be had as well. Bye.